Zach Rye with Old Man Gaming. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Getting Over. We're back. We're frickin' back, man. Took a day off last time due to, holiday. But we're back. Got the go home show today. Let's remind everybody where we are. We got the DPI going on, the Dani Punk International, which is for the True Grit team titles. So this is the go home show. This is the last show before our second signature event, which we'll do next week. We've got a nice scoreboard for that. Plus, Doc Holliday's entered the fray. We've got some rivalries building between Logan Bell, Juanita, and our True Grit champion, Nick Torque. And that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on. Super exciting. So we're going to get into it, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching this and you do find any of this interesting, it is a game that I've created called Getting Over. It's a wrestling promoter simulation journaling game. You can find it on drivethragames.com. Just search Getting Over. It's the first one that pops up, and we're only $4. And any updates I make, which I'm already working on a new update, you'll be able to download it for that original $4. We're never going to charge you an extra cent. So let's get into it. Week 9. TGTN. Let's just do it. Alright. Start off the bat, we're going to go red for chaos, and we're going to go blue for quality when it gets to the rolls in that area. Alright. So right off, we open on our brewery. Everything takes place in the Hard Rock Brewery down in Tennessee, and basically every Tuesday night they shut it down, and then the brewery itself becomes a wrestling arena. So there's large brewers around it, around the ring and whatnot, and then bleachers set up between it. So that's just your setup. All right. So right off the bat, we start with a match, a very important match. We hear the... Oh, no, wait. No. Sorry. We start with Zach Rye Hard Rock in the ring. This is not a promo that counts for anything. We're just setting up the show. Hard Rock being the owner of Hard Rock Brewery and as well the True Grit Wrestling Association. He just gets on the mic. He goes, "We are in a situation. At 2-for-1, our second signature event, we will decide the True Grit Team Champions, the first ever True Grit Team Champions. However, as it stands in the DPI, the GGL have 2 points, the Standard have 1 point, the McGillicuddies have 3 points, the Propo Geezas have 1 point, and the Matriarch has 3 points. However, not all is fair, as the GGL and the Propo Geezas have already wrestled 3 matches. So therefore, while the other 3 have only wrestled 2. So tonight's main event will be the first ever in this league's triple threat True Grit team match. The McGillicuddies, the Matriarch, and the Standard will step into the ring. Now, to make sure we don't get ties, here's how the scoring will remain the same as usual. A submission will get you 3 points. A pin will get you 2 points. And a disqualification victory will get you 1 point. There won't be any disqualifications, though, because it's a triple threat. Instead, the team that gets pinned or submitted, the team that does not get pinned or submitted but does not actually get the victory will also get a point. And whatever team has the highest number of points, the 2 teams that have the highest number of points will main event 2-for-1 for the first ever True Grit Team Championships. Crowd goes wild for that, and then he steps out of the ring as the opening match is about to commence. So this puts the GGL and the Geezas out of contention, unfortunately, because the Geezas won via disqualification last week against the GGL, but the GGL didn't get the victory, and they only had 2 points, which means that they're also eliminated. So right now, the McGillicuddies and Matriarch, just one of them has to win, and they'll be facing each other at the pay-per-view. Our first match, however, Marie Aubin is a triple threat. Marie Aubin, Jason Manchurian, and the newcomer Doc Holliday, who is currently 1-0, are going to be wrestling. And this has #1 contendership implications for the Panhandle Classic. Now, it has already been announced that Catherine will finally get her one-on-one shot against Chad Thurston for the Panhandle Classic Championship at 2-for-1. But whoever wins this triple threat is going to be in high consideration for the next shot. All right, so let's do it. So they all come out. Now, just a reminder, Marie Aubin, short Canadian Classic style wrestler. She wears a onesie that's red and white. Her colors, not a onesie, I'm sorry, a singlet that has her colors. She is short. She's only like 5'6", 5'7". So she does a lot of submissions, but to offset power game, she does high risk with submissions. That's kind of her bread and butter, is kind of an unorthodox offense. Then Jason Manchurian steps out. Average height, kind of a martial arts build. Nothing super toned, but there's some mass there. He has black, kind of crew cut hair, kind of a darker complexion. He is definitely of Eastern descent. He wears no shirt. He has kind of leather, almost tajiri pants. One side, one leg, is white with these kind of red branches and thorns wrapping around it. The other side is black with kind of a more green branching and thorns around it. As usual, he is very jovial, friendly to the crowd until he gets into the ring, and then his face just kind of drops into a very intense and hard look. Then following him is Doc Holliday. The crowd goes nuts for this guy. He's had championships everywhere he's gone. Future Hall of Famer, no problem. He is an average-sized guy. He wears a baseball cap to the ring, and then he's bald on the top. He has kind of a short, well-kept, stubbly beard. He has no shirt, taped-up hands. He wears a leather jacket over nothing to the ring. He then takes that off for the match. The back of the jacket says "See shit clearly" with a big skull on it. And then he wears athletic pants with kind of a white stripe up the side, and then just normal wrestling boots. He steps into the ring, takes off his hat and coat. Here we go. All right. So let's look at our aspects right off the bat. Drew is quick healer, so we don't have to worry about that coming into play. Marie Aubin has instincts. I don't remember what instincts does. It's been a little while. You guys are going to have to... And over the top for Jason, so that's not going to help me. But you guys are going to have to bear with me, because I'm a little rusty since I didn't play last week. Where is instincts? I think one of the first updates I make is quick reference charts at the back. Instincts. Negate the first match end in a technical or high endurance match. That does not help her here, because it's not a technical or high endurance match. It's just a straight triple threat. Let's just get this sucker open. Alright. Match 1. Let's do it. I also do have my phone open with the chat up, so should you guys want to chime in or talk to me, I know this is a weird time that it airs, but feel free if you're not watching this if you're not watching this after the fact. All right, let's do it. All right. So our low roll is Chaos. It's red with a 10. Oh my god. That's going to hurt us, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to hurt us. Because that's it. Woo. I cannot get a decent-sized triple threat to save my life lately. Okay.
A great serpent coils about its tail.
Okay. This is a tough one. All right. Ref calls for the bell. Maria Aubin goes at Doc. At the same time, Manchurian runs out of the corner. Doc ducks just in time. Manchurian kicks over Doc's head, kicks right into Maria Aubin, just takes her head almost nearly clean off. But Doc's wherewithal, he just comes up behind Manchurian. Schoolboy rolls up. Looks like he catches the tights. He actually grabs the pants. 1, 2, 3! Crowd is stunned at this like 30-second victory. Doc just kind of rolls up with a grin on his face, smiling. He rolls out of the ring, and you see Manchurian is just like, looks at the ref like, he held my tights, he held my tights. Ref's like, I didn't see it. It doesn't matter. It's over. And Maria Aubin just looks frustrated. She pounds the mat. There's another triple threat that ended in like 1 round for them. But Doc Holliday just kind of like rolls his shoulder and turns. The crowd doesn't know quite what to do. Some of them are cheering because Doc won really fast. Others are like, that match was over really fast. We wanted to see more, and they're kind of booing. Others because he held the tights. This could be something. I might have to change Doc to a heel from that one. That was rough. That was real rough as our first match. Okay. We had all those bangers last time I played, so I guess this is making up for it. So let's calculate how much it was. So, star points of everybody in the match. We had Doc was the big one. He's got a 6. Then Marie has 1, and Manchurian has a 2. Manchurian's going to lose 1 from that, unfortunately. But still it counts for this one. So we've got 6, 7, 8, 9. And you can see that like you'll actually start to get good match scores just based on who's in the ring, not necessarily how long the match is, if you can build those people up. Okay, we don't have the same style, so we're just going to get the +2 funds. So then we only have it go 1 round. So that's that. No banger bonus, no nothing. So that's just going to bring us to a 10. Match score is going to be a 10 there. Unless we have... Let's check the traits. Let's check the traits here. Alright, Doc's got intelligent and obsessed. So, intelligent and obsessed. Wow, intelligent and obsessed are the flip sides of each other. Doc is an interesting person. Fast acrobatic doesn't do us any good, and JSM Manchurian has merciless ease of going. So we're not going to get any of that unless, well, let's check to see if she's got fast and acrobatic. Jason Manchurian, easygoing and merciless. I don't think those are going to line up. No, they don't. All right, so that's it. We just got the 10 match score out of that. That was rough, without a doubt. So let's see here. So it's definitely considered a squash match. So Doc's going to receive another star point. He is going to be at 8 star points. He's going to cost me $4 4 funds to book him every time. That is insane. I don't know if I can afford Doc anymore. Okay. So 10. So we do get a 1-star rating out of it. We're gonna get 1 funds out of it. Definitely lose money on that one because we only actually earn 3 funds. All right, so that was rough. Hopefully we get a better match on the second one, right? Match 2. All right. We got a promo to do first, though. All right. Propageezes. Okay, so it switches back to the Propageezes. Key and Bash. So Key is white dude, tall, real tone muscular, real tone muscles, like real kind of swimmer's build, very lanky. He's got ripped up jeans, sleeves removed flannel, over a white t-shirt with some sort of purple like band logo on it, and then he's got dreads. And then his partner Bash is lighter skinned black dude, really big like afro, like straight sticking up. He's got a black shirt with like gold accents with a gold griffin on the front, and then he's got black and gold camo pants and combat boots. But they worked with Dani last time, and you see Propagiza's just he's like, I don't fucking believe this. We don't even get to try to come back, and it's all because of that bullshit GGL and the bullshit disqualification. You see Bash like, right, calm down, brother, calm down. You know what, fuck that, let's not calm down, let's go square up. And you see them start to walk out. As they do, they run into Dani Punk. Now, Dani Punk's story is a rough one. I urge everybody to go back to the last pay-per-view that we did, but she was in contention. She now has too many injuries and has become a manager. You see her blocking her. Dani Punk has like a short pixie haircut that's kind of chaotic. A lot of piercings on the face. Kind of wears a black leather jacket with like studs all over it, and then just like jeans. You see her like, whoa, oi, where you boys going? And he's like, we want to Roy tear it up with the GGL. Bash is like, yeah, we need to get our vengeance. Danny's like, Roy, I love the energy, I love the chaos, but that's not going to get us anything. Why don't we just go ahead and challenge those two wankers to a match at 2-for-1? See them both kind of like scratch their head, looking at each other. They're like, you sure you don't want to just go to the locker room now and beat the shit out of them? Bash is like, yeah, I kind of want to do that. Danny's like, yeah, but if we go do that, we get fines and we get put out. And trust me, I love chaos and anarchy just like the rest of them. But if we beat them in the ring, we start working our way back to those title shots. Now, you boys, remember, I run it now, remember? At that point, they kind of like stop. They remember her kind of like taking control of them. She's like, all right, let's do it. And then they kind of walk off. All right, so let's roll, see how good that promo does with the fans. It is the now this is a self promo, so I'm trying to boost their star power basically. So they will roll a d20, they'll add their current star power, and depending on what they roll, that's how much it'll be boosted by. Star power right now is a 2. I rolled a 12 plus 2. It's going to give me a 14. That's not bad. I think it's going to give me a plus 2. Yeah, plus 2 on the promo results. So they're going to get a plus 2 on their star points. I'm just going to make a note of that. Get them up to a 4. So people are starting to come around to them now that Danny's taking them under their wing, her wing. All right, so now we switch back to the ring. We see Logan Bell standing in the ring. He is part of the 3A management team, which is run by 3A, Alex Aaron Avon. Alex Aaron Avon, blonde guy, blue eyes, black button-up shirt with a green tie, khakis. He's standing in the ring, with a mic. He just kind of looks defiant. Logan Bell has never said anything on mic. He's just strong and silent. White tank top, real muscular, but like a brawler's build. He kind of think in your head of Wolverine from the first X-Men movie, if you can think back from that. Like Hugh Jackman looking like that, just without the crazy hair. It's just crew cut hair. You see him standing there just kind of like looking strong. Aaron brings the mic to his mouth through a hail of boos. He's like, that is right. I am here to announce that Logan Bell is the next #1 contender for the True Grit Championship. And he will challenge Nick Torque at 2-for-1. But, I'm not even done there. You see, I've pointed it out before. Nick Torque, if you're listening, you were a badass. You were one of the killers in this division. You destroyed Dani Punk to get that belt. You did what you promised and you took her out. But you took her out. You literally ended her career, and we've seen it in the past shows. We see it on your face. The guilt, the weakness, it slipped in. And now, you don't have the balls to follow through anymore. You've got the yips, Nick Torque. Logan Bell doesn't have the yips. Logan Bell is an absolute killer. Logan Bell, and at that point, Juanita Hernandez interrupts. Juanita Hernandez is the daughter of famous Juan Hernandez, future Hall of Famer himself. She's pretty muscular, actually. She looks like she works out. She's not overtly built, but she's pretty built. She's, I want to say like 5'8", 5'7", 5'8", tall for a girl. She's got brown hair, kind of into a tight, high ponytail that kind of hangs a little bit loose down to about her neck. She wears a denim vest over just like a white tank top, t-shirt sort of thing. She wears the famous huge golden belt buckle around the jeans that she wears, and you see her just kind of like start to step out. She was Dani Punk's friend. They were both children of hated enemies. Dani Punk being Mickey Punk's daughter, and Juanita being Juan's daughter. They settled it in the ring on night 1 in a cage, and then they slowly worked to a friendship when Nick Torque ended Dani's career to win the title. Juanita has taken it kind of personally and has attacked Nick Torque and beat Nick Torque in the ring. Did she beat Nick Torque in the ring? Wait a second. Let me check. I don't want to be wrong factually there. Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure she beat her last time. And now, she's beat Nick Torque in the ring. So it's kind of come up that this could be a situation. Juanita comes out. She's got a mic. She's like, all right. Let me stop you there. She's kind of walks around and she's like, you're right about one thing. Logan Bell is definitely a number 1 contender for the True Grit Team Championship. But I've got news for you, Aaron. And then she kind of slowly walks up the stairs while she's talking. He's not the only contender for the True Grit title. She steps through the ropes, kind of mic still in hand. She's like, the other one is his opponent tonight, me. You see, I pinned Nick Torque in that ring, something Logan Bell has never done. And then the crowd kind of goes crazy for this. Aaron just like does the heel furious thing, stomps around. Juanita turns and goes, so I'm going to be in that match, and we're going to have us a triple threat, and I'm going to walk out the True Grit champion, because unfortunately, you're right about 2 things. Nick Torque doesn't have it. And then the crowd goes, ooh. And she actually looks to the crowd and she goes, what? He doesn't. He took out my friend. He took her out of the business. He took her dream away from her. And while she may not blame him for doing this, and he maybe had no choice but to do it, I certainly blame him. And I certainly see it in him. He's got the yips. Aaron's not wrong about that. And I'm going to take that title off him. But not before, and then she turns to Logan and goes, not before I don't whoop your ass. And then she tosses the mic away. And then Aaron's just furious. He looks at Logan and goes, get her, get her, get her. And then rolls out of the ring. The ref calls for the bell as Logan charges. And we've got our second match on the way. Building storylines, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to build some storylines. All right, let's get this thing going. All right, so we are 15s on both. Please don't be a match ender right off the bat. One of them is, but since they're 15s on both, I get to pick which one it is. The other one's an optional, so that's what we're going to do. Can't have 2 back-to-back squashes. I just can't. 1. All right. So we're going to take Chaos. This is 15 Chaos. All right. So at this point, Logan rushes in and just like she charges in, but he catches her with a huge fist, Is this a... Oh, no, this is normal match. Just boom! Jacks her right in the face. You see her whole head, like, turn, and then she crumples and falls. Logan smiles. He does this, like, brushes his hand off, like, brushes his shoulder off, like she was nothing. Then goes to go down to pin her, but as he does, she catches his head, catches his leg, rolls him through into a small package. Ref drops. 1, 2, now Logan kicks out just in the nick of time. All right. So now we're adding 1 to our rolls. Low roll is Chaos with a 6, adding 1, that's a 7. Nice. Nice. Okay, alright. Logan kicks out, like, surprised. As he does, Juanita rolls up to her feet. He rushes him with a clothesline. She ducks under the clothesline, hits the ropes, bounces back towards Logan. Logan turns around, steps into a big boot to take her out. She rolls under the big boot, but keeps running. Instead of rebounding, she jumps through the second and third rope, forearm to Aaron's head, 3A, just boom, taking the manager out. You see him go, he just drops. The crowd goes nuts as she lands on the ground outside. Yeah. Juanita's getting her some. There's another Chaos. All right, 3. Oh, I gotta check their aspects, don't I? Just to make sure. I think Juanita's over the top, so that's not gonna matter. Yeah, she's over the top, and Logan is hard-skinned. Pretty sure he takes less from injuries for hard-skinned, so neither is going to influence the rules. All right, so number 3, adding 2. All right, we've got a 9 on quality, plus is our low roll, plus 2. It's going to take us up to 11. Juanita rolls back into the ring. You see Logan step in, grabbing her for the headlock. He brings her up. She's going to actually like push him off into the ropes. He bounces off the ropes and comes back with a clothesline. She ducks the clothesline. Both kind of spin around and lock up. As they lock up, you see Logan kind of like pulling her around. He's just using his strength to kind of force her down to her knees. Back up. Back up, struggle back and forth. That's 11. Quality. Alright, so now we're at 4. We're adding 3. Our low roll is a Chaos with a 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6. Oh, sweet. Sweet. 6 Chaos. Alright. So at this point, you see he's got her low. He just brings up a knee, catches her in the face. She actually is rocked backwards. He then stands her up. And pushes her back into the ropes. She kind of drapes over the ropes, kind of out on her feet. He then turns to run to rebound. As soon as he turns, Juanita, again, kind of playing possum, launches herself off the ropes, launches herself at him. He turns into the ropes, hitting them, just as Juanita leaps, crashing crossbody to him over the top rope, like folding him back over the top rope and then flipping them both kind of over that top rope. They hit the apron and crash to the outside spectacularly. The crowd is screaming. All right, low roll is a 16 on Chaos. 16 plus 4. Shit, that's the end of the match. Oh, I can't get a long one today. Okay, all right, it is what it is. 20. Oh, no, wait, that's 20 Chaos. Okay. Interesting. Alright, they're down on the outside for a while. The ref's counting. This isn't a straight True Grit match. Both of them are trying to get to their feet. Finally, Juanita gets to her feet first, steps in, gives a quick super kick to Logan. He kind of rolls backwards up against the turnbuckle. She grabs his head and back, rolls him into the ring. He rolls into the ring, and the ref starts to check on him. As he does, though, Juanita turns to, like, climb the rope. We don't even see but Aaron's stood back up. He rushes forward, like, from the side, brass knuckles on his hand, and clocks Juanita right in the face. As she climbs up towards the apron, just boom! Just gives her a hard jack, then drops down from the apron. She falls over the top of the apron. You see Logan Bell, like, he's still kind of staggered, but he shakes it off. He leaps up, catching her head, arm over his own head, picks her up over that top rope, walks her back to the center of the ring while she's up in the air, drops her into a huge brain buster, boom, right onto the head. She spasms, kind of folds inside out. He rolls over, catches the leg, ref drops. 1, 2, 3. Crowd boos as Logan, like, rolls back onto his knees. Like, really, just taking the victory there. You see him. We're gonna do something. Okay, all right. You see him on his hands in the air and, like, rolls in. He raises his hand for Logan. Logan stands up, like, holding his chin for a second. Then he looks down at Juanita, and he just starts brushing his shoulder again. But as he does, through the crowd, the True Grit champion jumps the barricade and rolls into the ring. True Grit champion is Nick Torque. He is smaller dude, like 5'8", 5'9", real brawler's build, like no real defined muscle, little bit of a pop belly down here, but he's got some mass, like you can tell he lifts weights, just not in a way that gives him a lot of definition. White wife beater, not a wife beater, don't say that on thing, white tank top, sorry. White tank top, he has like a do-rag over his head at all times. And kind of cargo shorts. Rolls into the ring behind, like he has the belt, he drops the belt on the floor, rolls into the ring behind Nick Torque. You see Aaron kind of turn around first and go, "Oh shit!" As he does, Nick Torque just decks him. Aaron staggers, falls through the rope. Logan Bell turns around, frowns at him, then just kind of goes, come on, you want some? You ain't got it, you got the yips. You see Logan step in with the punch. Nick blocks it and then just starts to just jack Logan. 1, 2, 3, pushing him into the corner. As he pushes him into the corner, he runs, bounces off the far corner, runs, and just like spears so hard through the second and third rope that Logan actually like folds over him and gets almost stuck in the ropes. Nick Torque pulls himself out, wraps Logan's head, and then drops him into a DDT. Logan's down. Nick Torque stands up, goes, "Who's got the yips now?" And then turns around. What he didn't realize was Juanita rolled out to the apron while this was going on. She leaps to the top rope, springboarding into that shooting star all the way around drop kick. Juanita shall rise! Boom! Connects with Logan, taking him, kind of flipping him over, landing him on his head and shoulders. He folds. Juanita then lands and stands up and looks down at him, just with these dark, like, vengeful eyes. Juanita wants that title. We all know she does. All right. That, for an only 5-round match, that actually came out good for the story. I don't know if it's going to be good for money, though. I'll say that right now, because that cost a little bit to book. I really needed a banger out of that one. Hoping this triple threat gets a banger. It's not going well for me. All right, so got to calculate it. Match score. Logan gave me a 2. And then Juanita, it's going to give me a 4. So that'll be a total of 6 on the match score. We went 5 rounds with no repeats. Do we have any crossover? So we got Focused and Stalwart versus Tough, Funny, and Backstabber. Juanita is, so, Focused is Insane, nope, and Tough, which is, Stalwart. Stalwart's a negative one, which is Creative. So yeah, so no trait bonuses, no little trait bonuses. So yeah, it's just going to be that, which is going to give us 11. That's annoying. So it's only going to give us 1 star. We are not going to make money off this. Eesh! Yeah. So we do get the +2 funds for the exotic booking, the +1 funds, so that's still only 3. Oh my god. Losing money on this show. Left and right. At least I had some banked, so it's good. Alright, so I have only lost money on matches so far. And that brings us to our main event. And that is the final match of the Dani Punk Invitational Tag True Grit Team Championship. And so the standard comes out. The standard is I gotta get down to these guys, don't I? I can get them all on the screen. I can. Great. The standard is Henry Hackles, who is a big barrel-shaped white guy. Think Otis from WWE, if you know what I'm talking about. With a singlet on. He's got a lot of mass. He's a big tank of a dude. And then and the singlet is gold. Both their clothes are like gold. And then you've got Marvin Davis, his partner, who thinks Shelton Benjamin from WWE, if you can think of that. He's a black dude, kind of crew cut hair, very muscular, a little bit more toned, muscular build, and he wears gold trunks. They're only at 1 point. They would literally need a submission to somehow get into the main event of 2 for 1. They roll into the ring, ready to go. Next out is the McGillicuddies. Excuse me, sorry everybody. The McGillicuddies are brothers, Sean and Angus McGillicuddy. Sean is a little bit taller, little bit thinner. Both of them have more brawler builds, more stockier, with a lot of mass, not so much definition. Sean, both of them also wear the kind of Irish cabbie hats on the top down to the ring. Sean has a lot of tattoos on his upper body. He also has kind of like a tank top up top, the white tank top, which too many of my wrestlers have, and then jeans. Next to him is Angus McGillicuddy, who is wearing who's much more stocky. He's not as barrel chested as Henry, but he's wider, like shoulder width, and has a lot more upper body arm muscle. He has no shirt on with the cap, and then he has big pants, like big baggy pants on. Big baggy shorts that have the Irish flag colors on them. He rolls into the ring as well. Both of them kind of like take their caps off. Both of them have huge mutton chops that come down to here. Angus is prematurely gray, so he has kind of like how my hair is kind of grayish with like the dark but a lot of gray in there. That's what Angus's hair looks like. Especially it's very bright in his muttons down to here. Whereas Sean has actually a mutton stash, and he is bald on the top with just a mutton stash. So sideburns appear into a mutton stash with bald hair. And those are he's got dark red hair. That kind of auburn hair that comes over it. Alright. Then the Matriarch comes out. The Matriarch is very popular. They're a new acquisition, and they're a full lady team. One end is Boudica. Boudica is huge, massive. Look up Marissa from Street Fighter 6. A lot of muscles, built on muscles, kind of Chyna-ish or even Rhea Ripley-ish. She's very muscular upper body. She has blonde hair, and she wears kind of like a Roman gladiator helmet over her head. She also has like a leather kind of crop top that kind of goes down into it. That's kind of made. It's made to look like chainmail, even though it isn't. And then gladiatorial skirt. And then she's got her hands kind of like taped up. She is big. I want to say like probably like 6'1", 6'2", like she's tall. And then next to her is Tally, which I'm changing a little bit of how she looked, just so you guys know. Tally has red hair, like striking red hair into dreadlocks that come into a ponytail behind her. So it's like a ponytail of dreads down the back of her hair. She has 3 spears that like face paints of spears that come down the side of her face over her eye, and then she wears kind of like a fur shoulder pad and kind of like very leather everything down there. She also has like leather pants on, but like a brown leather, so she almost looks like Viking-ish, and then like a brown leather top, but it shows her belly. And she is very toned and muscular. She also has these. I'm changing those gloves. I don't like the gloves. I want to change that. And then she has like leather, kind of like finger gloves almost on. And she kind of comes out. She takes the fur shoulder pad off, just like Boudica takes the helmet off. This is the matriarch. Okay, so this is it. We all know the rules. 3 points for submission, 2 points for pin. Whoever does not get pinned and doesn't win will get a point. It's time to find out who's going to be in that main event. And please, let me have one banger on this show. Just one. Match 3. Let's do it. All right, we got our low roll is a chaos, 14. Let's find out what that is. Okay. All right. Bell rings, chaos immediately. 6 people in the ring. They just rush in and all start brawling. They have to be. There's no way that you could cut it. This is the final match of the DPI. These teams are all battling to be in the main event at 2-for-1 to possibly be the first ever True Grit Team Championships. It's just absolute chaos. Who's going to want it more? Crowds on their feet. And you see basically Henry Hackles, big boy from the standard, just starts to bust through things. He drops Tally. Then he turns, he takes, he rushes forward, gives a body block to Angus. He's down. Sean and Marvin start to battle, are battling, and then Sean just gives Marvin a huge clothesline, bringing him down just in time for Henry Hackles to hit him with a pounce, hurling Sean backwards, crashing him to the mat. Then Henry Hackles turns, looks to Boudica. Both of them start to square off. Just the big woman, the big man. They're just turning. They're just squaring off. Boudica just starts to pound her chest like this. Oh, oh, oh. And then Henry Hackles kind of looks at the audience, and then he starts to pound his chest. Oh, oh, oh. Like some sort of respect thing building up. And then at that point, they just both charge. Ah, boom! They slam into each other as hard as they can. They step backwards. Boudica actually doesn't fall. Henry Hackles doesn't fall. Boudica rushes forward, hits him with a huge right. Henry steps backwards. He steps in and hits her with a huge right. He grabs her, and then he, with all of his might, throws her chest first right into the turnbuckle. Boom! She hits hard and falls backwards, holding her chest. Oh, that was a lot of words for one. All right. Next roll. Adding 1. Low roll is 10 with chaos. Thank God I'm adding 1. So we're getting 11 on chaos. Oh, boom. All right, what is it? All right, at this point, Henry Hackles turns around. Angus is there. He gives him a huge right hand. Henry steps back. Then they both step forward to lock up. They lock up, and you see them start to like push back and forth. Just their strength. You see Angus is starting to fail. As Angus starts to fail, he just steps on Henry Hackles' foot real hard. Henry Hackles, and like lets go, kind of bending over. As he does, you see Angus hit him with a forearm, spin all the way around into a discus forearm, boom, with a second one, bam! Henry staggers again, then Angus wraps his head, drops him into a DDT. Finally taking the big man down. Next roll. Adding 2. Our low roll is chaos. It's a 3. Adding 2 gives us a 5. Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Alright, at this point, nobody sees Sean is over on the turnbuckle. He pulls off the covering so that the metal is exposed. As it's exposed, we see Tally has gotten up. She rushes Sean. Sean seems to see it coming, turns, grabs her head, and just slams her head right off the metal. She cracks her head, falls backwards, and I'm actually even going to say she starts to bleed. Tally starts to bleed, kind of the blood intermixing with her red dreadlocks, just like she falls over bleeding. Sean kind of turns, cracks his neck. The Irishmen don't care. They're here to fuck shit up. Did I write down? No, that was 5. 5 chaos. Alright, let's get 4 in. Alright, so our low roll is 10 on chaos. Again, we're adding 3, giving us a 13. Okay, alright. They're definitely not making it easy for me to connect stuff, but that's okay. Which one was that? It's 13, right? Yeah, 13. Alright. So at this point, Sean's cracking his neck over her. He doesn't see Marvin has stood up. Marvin steps in with a big super kick to the side of Sean's head. Sean takes it, falls through the second and third rope to the outside. Excuse me. As he does, he kind of like falls out to the outside on all fours. You see Marvin kind of slide out after him and start to like wail on him. He wraps his head, looking to vert him on the barricade, like tries to lift him, and you see Sean just pull him back and then spear him backwards into the barricade. He kind of gets hurt, lets go of Sean. Sean lifts up, takes 2 steps back, then rushes forward and clotheslines Marvin so that both of them roll over the barricade into the crowd, crashing down. Alright, we're up to 5. Getting closer to that bang. Low roll again is chaos. It's a 1. We're adding 4 to it, giving us a 5. It's a repeat. Bugger. So the turnbuckle's already exposed. I'm not going to expose another turnbuckle. Instead, what I'm going to do is just have somebody go in. So inside the ring, Tally's bleeding. She starts to like kind of come up. There's blood kind of bleeding over her eye. It's pretty rough. Marvin's down. You see Angus kind of like step in over her. He picks her up. He gives her one shot right to the eye. He's not wasting any time. He's not being merciful. He just boom right into the cut. She falls backwards against the turnbuckle, like holding the eye. He steps in again, and at that point she like stands up and just goes, ah! Like screams in his face. And even Angus like takes a second back, and then she steps forward, kicks him to the gut. He takes the gut shot. She wraps his head, even though she's way smaller than him. She roars, vein popping on the non-bleeding side of her head. She suplexes him backwards, back first, into the exposed turnbuckle. Boom! He actually ends up falling down on top of her, and they're both just lying there as the crowd starts to chant, "This is awesome!" Dun, 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 dun. Because I think it is. I think at this point, these 3 teams are killing each other. Alright. So we're adding 5 to the roll. So low is chaos. Plus 5. The low is chaos 12. Plus 5 is 17. Oh, sweet. Still going. Got plenty of time. I want this one to be just a fucking banger. Rip-roaring banger. Alright. Okay, so who's left in the ring? So Marvin assigned to that. Henry Hackles, Bowka. Okay. Alright, so at this point, you see Henry Hackles like starting to stand in the ring. Bowka like rolls back in. Bowka like comes in over Henry Hackles, kicks him to the gut, puts the head between his lap, butterflies the arms like she's gonna go from the Spear of the Gods, which is basically like lifts them straight up and then butterfly pile drives them. But she pulls Henry Hackles just too big. You see Bowka, all the veins popping in her neck, trying to get him up, can't quite do it. You see At this point, he pulls his arms free, stands into a massive European uppercut. Boudica goes backwards into the ropes. She comes off the ropes. As she does, Henry Hackles just gets up speed, lowers the boom, slams into her chest, huge spear, cuts her in half, boom, drops her to the mat. He hooks the leg and pins. 1, 2, Boudica gets the shoulder up. Just by the last second, Boudica gets the shoulder up. So 7, right? Yeah, 7. We're adding +6. We're 1 away from the banger. We survived this roll. Low is Chaos again. Jesus Christ. Which is going to put us up to a Chaos 19, which is an optional match end. Now, with optional match ends, you can take it for extra funds. Or you can bypass it. I'm going to bypass it because I want this match to be a killer. So, that spear... So what is 19? Oh. Okay. Alright. Henry Hackles like pounds the, like he actually looks down at Boudica like nodding. He can't believe it. He can't believe she kicked out of that. He stands. As he stands, though, what he doesn't see is Sean has recovered from the outside, slides into the ring behind him, steps up under him, and just uppercuts. Low blow, like to the point where like it's so hard that Henry Hackles' leg comes up. Like he just wham, just drives into Henry Hackles' nether region. Henry Hackles falls over. There's no DQ in this match. He falls over. Sean rolls him up, goes for the pin. 1, 2. Tally grabs Sean's leg and pulls him off. Nick of time. Ooh. Just 19 chaos. So we're gonna get the banger. Thank God. Thank God. I needed it. Alright, so we're adding 7 to our rolls. Chaos is low again. Jesus, we're hitting every chaos. Every chaos this time. 6 plus 7 is a 13. That is a repeat, unfortunately. That'll cost me points in the match score, but it is what it is. Alright. Alright, he pinned, he kicks out. At that point, we see Marvin is kind of getting up to his feet on the outside. And Angus rushes through, slides through the ropes. No, even better. Even better. Craziness. All right, we see Marvin's getting kind of to his feet on the outside. Tally just pulled Sean off of him. Sean kind of comes up to his hands and knees just in time to get a knee right to the face from Tally, from the Viking warrior princess. He goes down. You see she's just like still covered in blood. She's just a vestige of psychosis. But we see Marvin standing all the way like past the barricade in the crowd. He's kind of gotten to his feet, still a little bit stunned, trying to shake it off. And Tally just sprints. She leaps up onto the top rope, springboards away and over the barricade, into the crossbody, over the midsection, over the barricade, catching Marvin, crashing into the crowd, into the audience, bringing him down. The crowd is now chanting, "Holy shit! Holy shit!" Alright, let's do it. Still going. And +8. Our low roll is quality finally. Getting a +8. It's going to give us 18 quality. Oof. Okay. Alright. 18 quality. Alright. So now it's hard to keep track of who's in the ring at any one given time. All right, Sean. Everybody's down for a little while. As the crowd chants, "Holy shit!" Everybody in the ring's down. Everybody on the outside's down. Just everybody's down. So we've got a crazy match. Everybody wants to get that shot. We see finally inside the ring. Sean is the first to move. He sees Boudica's still down. Henry Hackles is still down. Okay. So he kind of like picks himself up, starts to climb the turnbuckles, gets up to the top turnbuckle and turns. Yeah. And then he leaps. As he leaps, though, you see Boudica, not Henry Hackles. Boudica rolls up to her feet. He's in crossbody form. She catches him out of midair into a World's Strongest Slam. Boom! What a show! Straight from Boudica. Boom! You see Sean like hit the mat, and then Boudica like lays on him, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Before it can get to 3, Angus comes up behind her, wraps her waist, picks her up off of Sean from deadlift into the German suplex. Boom! Bridges into the pin. 1, 2. Boudica gets her shoulder up and kicks out. How is she doing this? How is she still alive? Fly away. 10. All right. Woo, this is a great match. I'm feeling it. This is worth it. All the other matches are worth this one. All right, we're adding +9. We might be looking at an end of the match soon. Low is Chaos with a 16. It's going to give us a 15. That's an optional match end. No. I want to see how far we can go with this. We're not taking it. So another Chaos on the 15. All right. Okay, so what shall happen? Okay, so Boudica's down. She somehow kicks out. The crowd's going crazy. At this point, Angus just shakes his head, starts to crawl towards her. As he crawls towards her, though, she actually ends up like hooking up under his shoulder, rolling him over into kind of an inside cradle pin. 1, 2, no! Angus kicks out. Nick of time. Alright, we're up to 11. We're adding +10. We're in the danger zone. This match is going to end soon. Our low roll is Chaos with 5. It's going to give us a 15. So again, we're going to lose another point for repeat. Like a back-to-back repeat. But I'm not ending it on an optional. So, so Angus kicks out. Then both of them come up to their feet. As they do, Angus steps in and just like forearms Boudica in the face. She hits the ground. As she hits the ground, he kind of turns and takes 2 steps back as if he's going to like get up speed to charge her. What he doesn't realize is he takes 2 steps back into Henry Hackles' reach. Henry Hackles snaps to life, wraps his hand up under Angus's legs, pulls him over into the schoolboy pin. 1, 2, no! Angus kicks out again. Oh! So many false finishes. Alright. Number 12. Let's see what happens here. We're adding +11. Oh, our low roll is Chaos again. That'll bring us up to a 21. It's another optional match end. Not gonna do it. Alright. Okay, gotta get there though. Alright. They both stand up to their feet. As they do, what's left of it? Okay. Henry Hackles and Angus both stand up to their feet. As they do, you see Boudica like bring herself up to her feet. She rushes forward. They both turn and throw punches at her. She ducks. She keeps running, hits the ropes, just working up a huge amount of speed. Henry Hackles and Angus both turn. She leaps into the air. Huge double lariat. Catches both of them. Just massive double lariat. Taking out the two big giants of those teams. Just boom! The whole ring shakes. She bounces a second time as she lands on her knees. She stands. As she stands, you see Sean has gotten back up. Sean rushes forward with the clothesline. Sean rushes forward with a punch. He connects to her face. She actually turns all the way around with the punch, bringing a forearm around with her, and just drives it to his face with a huge slap. You see then she crumples, and Sean takes 2 steps, and he falls, and everybody's down. Crowd is going crazy. They're chanting, "This is awesome." And the ref has to start counting a triple count out because everybody in the ring is down. Woo! All right, let's do it. We're adding plus 12 to the roll now. Let's get that 5-star banger. Ooh, this is not. Quality at a 17. 17 plus 12 is going to be 29, right? Yeah. Pretty sure that's over. Okay. All right.
How was I supposed to know that I just couldn't stay? I always had to go. I just couldn't be bothered.
Okay. Got to get the order and chain in my head. All right, here we go. On the outside, Tally's a bloody mess. We see Marvin, his hand come up over the barricade. He pulls himself up out of the crowd, back into the side section. He stands up. Then he kind of gets up, trying to figure out what's going on. Tally's crawling over the side. She's covered in her own blood. Really fucked up. As both of them start to stand, we see Sean inside the ring is the first to kind of get awareness. He hits the ropes, trying to cut off the crowd. He hits the ropes and starts to run towards them, leaping through the second and the third rope for the suicide dive. As he does, though, Marvin sidesteps and super kicks, connecting to Sean's head as Sean connects to Tally. Tally slams into the barricade. Boom! Falls down. Sean drops unconscious. What a shot from Marvin. You see Marvin's he turns, rolls back into the ring. As he rolls into the ring, Boudica and Angus are starting to stand. Who do I want it to be? Okay, alright. As he rolls into the ring, you see Boudica and Angus are starting to stand. Okay. Boudica rushes forward, goes for the clothesline. She misses the clothesline. He rolls under and comes up into a drop kick to Angus just as Angus is getting to his feet. Angus gets drop kick, staggers backwards just as Henry Hackles stands, wraps his waist, and brings him into a huge snap German suplex. Boom! He hits, kind of folds and falls over. As he falls over, Boudica hits the rope, coming back at Marvin. Marvin steps in again, hits her with the super kick again. She's kind of on her feet, staggering slightly. She falls back into the turnbuckle. As she does, Marvin steps back, and then steps in, another huge super kick, crack. It hits her right through her. Then he grabs her, pulls her off the ropes, throws her to Hackles. Hackles wraps her waist and lifts her up into a bear hug, just latching on. You see her just she screams in pain. She's half unconscious. As she's holding, trying to stay awake, you see Marvin turn. He leaps onto the second rope, springboard into the turning enziguri, catches Boudica right on the side of the head into the temple. Her whole head rocks, and then she falls lifeless over Henry Hackles' shoulders. As he holds her in the bear hug, the ref comes over, checking her unconsciousness. He waves it off. That's going to be a submission victory. Oh my God! The Standard have gone from last place to contenders, At 2-for-1, you see they both drop. Boudica drops. Henry Hackle's just like, yeah! Marvin drops in front of him, yeah! And they just hug. They've somehow done it. They're in the contenders. They're going to be in the main event of 2-for-1 for the first ever True Grit Team Championships. But not only that, they will face the McGillicuddies because unfortunately the Matriarch was the one who the victory was fall for. So it will be the McGillicuddies versus the Standard in the main event of 2-for-1 for the first ever True Grit Team Championships. And we will see you there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's it. That's the end of the match. What a fucking match that was, right? Right? Whoo! What a show. I gotta say, that squash match at the beginning made me a little bit nervous, but this made it a little bit better. So let's see what our match score on that one is. I think we might have a 5-star on a normal show. I think so. So first and foremost, star values, and that's what's really going to help it, the star power. We got a 4 from the Standard, a 5 from the McGillicuddies, and a 7 from the Matriarch. So right off the bat, that's 16 points. Now we're going to add in 13 total segments. Unfortunately, we have to -3 from that because of all the repeats. We got the banger bonus. That gives us a +3, so that's going to negate that, thankfully. What else we got? I don't know that we have anything else. The Standard has respect. They don't have a negative morale, which means that they're going to get, I think it's a +3, right? Can't remember. We're going to check that. Alright, +3. Respect. Where's our respect? Respect. +2 match score. Well, they have no negative morale, so that's a +2 right there. So then let's see what the other guys have. McGillicuddies have better angry, so I need to get them their negative morale point. And then Matriarch have natural merch, so that's not going to help us in any way, shape, or form. However, let's see if we have any traits that carry over, because the Standard have a ton of traits. Tough, powerful, attractive, and honorable. So, tough is with grizzled. That's going to give us a point, ladies and gentlemen, for the McGillicuddies. So, +1. We can't now, because it's a triple threat, we now can't use the tough or the grizzled for any other matchups. So now we've got powerful, which goes with targeted. Don't see any targeted. That's not going to get us any points. Then attractive. What the hell is attractive? Why can't I find attractive? There. No? Where is attractive? There it is. With disturbing. I don't see any disturbing, so that's not going to get us anything. And then honorable is with cheater, no cheater. Alright, so we got the +1 from that. So then on the McGillicuddies, we only have intelligent on their plus side, which goes with obsessed. There's no obsessed with the Matriarch, so we're not going to get any more trait points from them. So let's add this bad boy up. Let's see what we got. We got 16 plus 13. That's going to be a 29. Minus the 3, 26. Plus a 3, 29. Plus 2, 31. Plus 1, 32. I think we did it. I think we're at 5-star. Let's see. Give me that 5-star. Make the whole show worth it if I get the 5-star. We got the 5-star, baby! 5-star match on the main event. That is sweet. So star rating is 5. Funds, we got the exotic booking at +2. And then we get 17 funds out of that bad boy. So literally that match paid for our entire show. Woo! That was good. That was good stuff. All right. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. 2-for-1 next week is what's coming up. We are going to see quite a few matches. Propagizers versus the GGL. We're going to see the triple threat for the True Grit Wrestling Championship between Nick Torque defending against Juanita Hernandez and Logan Bell. And then we're going to see the first ever True Grit Team Champions crowned as the McGillicuddies fight it out with the Standard. And just for the record, this also means the Standard actually do win the entire DPI tournament. Because they ended up with 4 points, McGillicuddy's 3, Matriarch 3. However, the Matriarch didn't... Oh, no, wait. The McGillicuddy's get 4. So it's a tie. Nice. Nice. Good stuff. So we're going to see who wins that one. And that plus more... Oh, and Kathleen finally getting her one-on-one match with Chad Thurston for the Panhandle Classic. Can't wait to do that pay-per-view. Our next signature event is coming. Oh, no, wait. I got to do my events. Hold on. I'm wrapping shit up too fast. So let's do our... Whoa. Why did that do that? Let's do our events. I'm going to say red is auto. Red is a 14. So let's do that one first. Possible injury. Uh-oh. One random wrestler involved in a match rolls versus injury points. If under, they are injured and cannot wrestle until they rest to 0 IP. This could ruin everything. Literally everything. Alright, so this is going to be a tricky one. So who performed in a match? We had, and I've got to do the injury points is what I got to do. So they didn't perform in a match. The Standard did and went up to a 5. The Proper Geezers did not. McGillicuddy's did, so they're up to a 3. The Matriarch did, they're up to a 4. Okay. So then up here, Doc Holliday did, getting him up to a 3. Nick Torque goes up. No, Nick Torque did not. He didn't participate. He's at a 0. Catherine didn't participate. Logan did, putting him up to a 1. And then who else? Oh no, he's hard-skinned. He doesn't. Whoa, why is that moving? Ah! Don't screw my stuff up. So this would actually be 0. So then Juanita did. So she's up to a 5. Jason Manchurian did. He's up to a 1. Okay. So Jason, Juanita. Does that do that? I hate when that does that. Jason, Juanita. Oh no, wait. Marie Aubin also. Where's Aubin? Aubin up to a 3. Alright, so Jason, Marie, Logan, right? Jason, Marie, Logan, Juanita, Doc, McGillicuddy's, Standard, Matriarch, right? So we got an 8, right? 8. Let's get us out of D8. If I can find one in my bag. Wasn't expecting to need a D8 today. There we go. D8. Alright. Six. Alright, so count it from first. Doc would be 1. Alright? Logan Bell would be 2. Maria would be 3. Juanita would be 4. Manchurian would be 5. Yeah, I'm not liking where this is going. So 6 would be the Standard. And they're at a 5. So here's how this works. I roll. If I get a 5 or under, they're injured. If I do not, they're safe. We really need them to be safe because otherwise they're not going to be able to compete, which is going to be rough. 14! Woo! Okay, no injury yet. No injury. Thank God. Thank God. Whew. It's close. Alright. Possible injury. One random wrestler involved in a match rolls versus IP. If under, they are injured and cannot wrestle until. So we survived that. Alright, so for our choice, we got a 10. Wrestler wants time off for whatever reason. A wrestler at random requests time off. If yes, the wrestler cannot be booked for 2 shows and counts as rest. If no, the wrestler takes a negative morale. Okay, so how many total wrestlers do we have? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, teams count as one wrestler. We got 5, and then our tag teams, we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, no, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 total wrestlers. That's a tough die to win, right? 13 total wrestlers. So we're going to do a random number generator on my phone real quick. I think that's the best way to do that. Alright, let's do number from 1 to 13. Alright, so let's find out who it is. 10. That's unfortunate. That's the matriarch, if I recall correctly, on how I counted it. I guess I could give them time off, right? I mean, after all, they didn't make it into the match. So we're going to say yes. We're going to say yes. We're going to say time off to, was it 2 weeks? We booked for 2 shows. Okay. 2 shows. All right. And just highlight that so that I remember that that's there. There. All right. So, great. So that's it. That's it for those. And as far as free agents, I did a bunch of free agents ahead of time. Hope you guys don't mind. But I'm not going to pick anybody up at this point. I've got a lot of people in here that I'd love to see on my roster, but I'm not going to pick anybody up. So I'm just going to let them sit for now. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end. It's been a lot of fun. We will be back next week with our signature event. Hi, Stella. I'm doing something. Hold on. So we're done here. Next week, 2 for 1 is going to be our second signature event. We've already talked about the awesome stuff we're going to have there. So we will see you guys next Monday. As usual, you guys can reach us on Facebook at OldManGamingDH, on Twitter at OldManGaming9. You can join our Discord. Links in the description below. You can influence us and all of our shows from there.
And you make sure you subscribe to Zachariah
Thank you, Stella. Thank you. I do also want to say, if you like TTRPGs, this Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. we will be doing Astral Drive Episode 7. Please check that out. Myself, Wizards Respite, Philbilly330, and Aether Dios are playing another game that I'm going to be soon releasing through my company. So I would love to see you guys all there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, keep watching and listening. We'll keep making them. See you guys.